Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Revisiting Hollow Knight. In our last episode, we did a little bit of... we rescued a couple more wormies and bought some charms and bought ourselves our first mass shard. And now now that we got access to our next area, Green Path, now we're ready to continue exploring more of Green Path. It's quite a pretty decent sized area. Now let's go ahead and continue our exploration as I take a look at my map. Oh boy. Oh, shrub bug. Watch out. The game doesn't pause when I look at my map. Alright. So this is where we are. We were at the bench. So there's many different directions we could go. But I'm gonna leave that for another time to finish our exploring. That's gonna be another time. So we're gonna head to the next park bench, and that's where it's undiscovered. But you know what? This is better for me to explain. So this is where we started. So the plan is I'm gonna make my way to this part where it's undiscovered. We're gonna explore this undiscovered part of the map. That's probably gonna be the next episode, and then not next episode, this episode. And the next one we'll just, finish up exploring Green Path and explore what we can uncover. Now this enemy right here, in order to deal with them, play baseball with them. Return to sender on those things. And we got a journal entry update. So these are called Golkas, aggressive plant life that retracts protectively when danger is near. Spits hard spiky balls when foes are at a distance. All you gotta do is send them back. Send it back to damage it. Play baseball. Alright. More husks. Oh, another one. Play ball. They go down pretty easy. Or you can use Vengeful Spirit. Either way, they'll still go down. But to save your soul, just send it back. Return to sender. Now right over here is a little dark. Watch out for this bug. Unaffected by the spikes. This husk. Alright. Oh! Man. Too bad for this other husk. It went into the spikes. And that's a man-eating plant. And this leads to this temple right here. However, it is a little too dark. We need a lantern. So we're not going to access that just yet. So let's go back. Ouch. Rude. Alright, now we're gonna go this way. And can't access that yet. So we're gonna have to go this way. Now this bug that's on the acid, we can actually pogo off of it to get across. Like this. And this leads to... And this is gonna, and with all these bubbles, it's gonna lead to Fog Canyon, but I'm not gonna worry about that. Let's not worry about that. Let's just try and get back. Let's try and get back on course. Play ball. Alright, let's get back on course. Here we are, right back to... Oh my gosh, I did not mean to fall down! Silly. Alright, let's try this again. Go this way. Yeah, these will shoot diagonal in all 4 diagonal directions, so just to track straight directly underneath them. Good thing is these man-eating plants respawn. They give out a pretty good amount of geo for a basic enemy. It's funny how the geo circles around me. All right, now right over here we can go this way, and here we have another new enemy. Just whack it, use Vengeful Spirit, and it goes down easily. And this is a moss charger. Timid creature that frightens away intruders by covering itself in huge clumps of moss. It looks intimidating, but it's actually not that bad to deal with. Just whack it to remove its cloak. Just whack it to remove this moss cloak. And then you have to be quick about it before it goes back underneath and covers itself with moss again. That's why you have Vengeful Spirit. And I can't reach that there, so that'll be another time. Going this way. Another moss charger. Boom. 1 Vengeful Spirit takes care of the job. They go down pretty easy. Oh, and there goes Hornet. There goes Hornet. We'll progress forward. Well, going in the same direction where Hornet is progression. Well, let's go look over here. Ouch! I got too close to the gas, silly. And right over here. Now right over here, we're gonna need an ability to get across right though to this little obstacle. So that's something we'll come back to later. I'll mark that on my map. We're probably right over here. We're probably right over here, so I may have to update my entry. We'll have to look for another bench in order to update my journal. Oh! Like to run and charge at me. Charge at me like that. Alright. Double kill. Oh! Cheap shot. Alright. Alright. Another shrub, another moss. And more of these things. These flies. Annoying flies. Alright. But it is guarding a geovein here. Alright. We can go up there, but I'm gonna try and find that bench. Because there's multiple ways to reach that. So let's go back the way we came. Let's go back this way. Oh, and the moss charger does respawn. I believe. No? Guess not. Okay. Oh yeah, there's an item down there. I'm unable to reach it right now, but that's gonna be for later. And there's Hornet. There's Hornet. So our progression is up. But we can go look. We can look over here. There's a soul catcher. And we got thorns. Don't think I'll be able to reach that. I don't think I'll be able to... Let's see. We're just gonna look. And over here. From moss and leaf our life is drawn. While it grows up upon the path we shall never wilt. The thorns. And the interesting thorn detail in the background. Alright. I'm afraid, yeah, we can pogo off of these, but we definitely need an ability to progress forward, and that's an exit only. Another place to come back later. And then up this way... Oh, I saw something right below. I saw something over here. That's probably where we came out. Right over here, that's blocked off. We can't, but we do get another Geovein, guarded by another man-eating plant. So that's an exit only, so we'll definitely make or find our way back from there. Alright, now let's backtrack. Alright, now right over here. Give me that money. More of these shrub bugs. Oh my gosh, that shrub bug popped out of nowhere. Get my health topped off. Alright, let's make sure we have everything explored. Alright, we're good. And make our ascent. Okay, there's the bench, but there's two ways. There's two different toll booths that will open this. This one is a toll machine. We just need 50 geo. Whichever one you come across, you know, it's the same thing. They will both disappear. And here's our bench. All right, let's look at our. Let me rest. Access my map. Access my map. We're right at this bench, and then right over here is something we cannot access, so I will put this marker there. And then right over here, I'll put this marker here to come back later. Rooms to access that we cannot cross at the moment, that we can come back to another time. And let's see, right over here. I'll probably remove this and replace it with the blue. And the red ones, yeah, it's like, you know, potential loot that I couldn't reach. That I could not, I was not able to reach. And I believe that other wormy was right over here, so I'll put that marker there. And the stone sanctuary right over here, that's gonna be another time. All right, we're making good progress here. We just gotta explore these, and then we'll be ready. And after we fight the next boss, our next major boss, I'll probably make an episode dedicated to exploring and tying up loose ends before we proceed onto our next zone. So that's what I got the plan at the moment. Oh man. All right. Up this way. Deal with two more of these. And then over here, got more husks to deal with. And shrub bug. Just gonna take a look. All right. Another shrub. There's more geoveins up above me, but I'll have to get back up there. All right. Another shrub, but I see 2 more. And they're guarding this geovein. Gotta get that money. And right over here. I think I've been to this room before. Oh, hey, over here. Over here, fly. Oh, moss charger. There. I did not mean to use my vengeful spirit twice, but it's out of the way now. Oh. Come on. Gotcha. Alright. Unexplored portions. And look at that. We wind up right back at the beginning. Pretty nice shortcut. But so if once I unlock the next ability, then getting back to where we were moments ago is going to be a lot easier. Alright, and right down here leads to where these three. It's right where we were. Alright. Still got some time. We can do some more. We can discover more of those other parts to deal with in the map. Let's go get to that vanity plant. Alright, completed the entry. The mass fly. They all keep lookout for danger, and when one flies away, the rest do as well. I wonder how it feels to have the protection of us as a pack. we got the added entry. Yep, definitely got my money's worth. All right. We're back here again. Now this time we're gonna continue going up. Dodging danger. Now let's look up here. Here we find the greater mind once dreamed of leaf and cast these caverns so. In every bush and every vine of the mind of Un reveals itself to us. Alright, and over here we have a new enemy. It's blocked. It's a mini boss, so we have to deal with him. Alright, swing and back up. Oh, I got too close. I hit the wrong button by mistake. Watch out for its projectile attacks. Oh! There we go. Got him. And we have a new entry. This is a Moss Knight. Protector of the Green Path, trained in the ways of the nail and the shell. We will unlock additional entry once I defeat 7 more of these. Alright. I only have enough to heal once, but that's okay. Alright. So we'll be making our way back up there. Ouch. Alright. Now, so let's go this way first. Let's go this way. And I believe we're gonna be heading towards our next major boss. And I hear a wormy nearby. But where? Okay, So, we don't have access. The wormy's just directly above us, but we can't. But there's no way to get to it right now. So our correct path is this way, right past the Moss Knight, and we have to defeat it again. But it's optional. Now that the first time it's just a mini boss, but now the second time and beyond, it's just there if we want to fight it or not. But I want to defeat it to get the entry. Sure. Yep. There we go. And he's worth quite a bit of geo. If you know exactly what you're doing and how you're able to defeat the Moss Knights. Alright, now we go up this way. Enter this next part of Green Path. Alright, now it turns more cavern-like. It's from beautiful green forest. Let's go see what's over here. But I'm gonna worry about that another time, so we're gonna go this way. I'm already at 20 minutes. So let's go this way. Here we go. Oh, I hear a cry for help. It's coming from up there. So, looks like we have another mini boss to deal with. And now here we have another mini boss. Oh, I was not ready for that. Come on. Oh, it spawned these little ones. Ah. Spawn more. Ah, couldn't get a shot in. Oh, I didn't jump in time. Oh, I gotta heal now. And we got him. That goes down. That was the Vengefly King. Patriarch of a Vengefly colony, swoops at intruders and cries out for reinforcements if threatened. But we'll run into another one of these later in the game. And is this guy okay? Just what do you think you're doing? You dare to come between me and my prey? Is it a habit of yours to scurry about, getting in the way and causing bother? Know this, cur. I am Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. Cross me again, you'll find out why they call my weapon Life Ender. What an interesting fellow, Zote the Mighty. Now, if you choose to leave him, if you choose to proceed, if you choose to go, ignore him, if you ignore this encounter and make your way this way, he dies. He dies, and unfortunately, you do get a trophy for that. Yeah. Alright, I'm having to top off my health. Alright, let's go this way. Oh, Moss Charger. Oh, I don't have enough soul. Damn. I just have to let it charge at me. Give it a quick whack. Rinse and repeat. There we go. One blast should do it. Or one more hit. There we go. Alright. Ah, yes. And here we have another thing to expect. The green children walked from the dream onto these lands. Here we now shall wait, patient for the call to return. The wormy's just directly below, but we'll get to it. We'll find it. There is a way to get to it. But before I do, let's go down over here, because right beneath there is a couple Moss Knights. They're guarding a pretty good amount of geo veins. Let's defeat one of them one at a time. Let's defeat this one first. Yeah, we don't want to wake up the other one that's in the moss cloak. So let's keep the fight over here. Oh, I got too close, but we got him though. Alright. Let's break this, and now let's deal with the other Moss Knight. Yep, I found my pattern to dealing with this. When you hear him go, huh, so that's when you quickly move in and swing and then back up. But sometimes it can do a 1-2. Ouch! I was not ready for that. I thought he was gonna do a projectile. There we go. Both Moss Knights go down, and now we can get all this Geo. Alright. I'm already at over 1100 Geo. It's a pretty good amount. But risky at the same time because, you know, I don't want to die. And here we have another Moss Knight. It's guarding the cage. That's where the wormy is. So let's deal with him. Sometimes it can make a sound, making you think it's going to use a projectile, but it's actually going to go for a swing. That's what happened to... That's how I got hit a few times. There we go. Another wormy rescued. Alright, and now we can open up the shortcut. Alright, let's... Oh, Moss Charger! Let's try this again. Alright. I have enough soul to do this. There we go. Alright. That's the way to the next boss, but we do have a tram station nearby. But first, let's go over here. Oh, I got an entry. The moss creeps. Weakling that covers itself in leaves to appear larger, hides amongst the undergrowth. I used to think these things were merely ambling plants. When I learned they were actually living creatures, I began to kill them on sight. This is the nature of the hunt. Alright, that's also a short getting back out. But we got a shortcut unlocked. Let's unlock the stag station, and then access to the bench. It's just right over here. Here we go. And you know what? I'm gonna fight the next. I'm gonna fight the next boss. We'll give it a go. This one will cost 140 Geo for the stag station. But I will, however, set myself up for our next episode, which is going to be, you know, tying up some loose ends, part 1. Let's go take on our next boss. Now, our next boss is, unfortunately, we have to fight Hornet. She thinks that we're a threat, but when we're not the enemy. So, let's go. Let's go. Come no closer, ghost. I've seen you, creeping through the undergrowth, stalking me. This old kingdom, a terrible thing awakens. I can smell it in the air. I know what you are. I know what you try to do. I can't allow it. Now, Hornet, she's a formidable foe. You can pogo from her thread. Watch out for that. Area of effect. She does that. She does a charge attack. And she throws her thread. And she's staggered. You can use that window to heal while she's staggered, if you need to. Oh! Oh, staggered again. And that should be another stagger. Almost. Oh, finally I took a hit for the first time. Wow. Ow. I'm getting careless here. And boom. Hornet goes down. And we get a trophy called Test of Resolve. And now we get an entry for Hornet. Skilled Protector of Hallownest Ruins. Wields a needle and thread. We just need... But that's not the only time we'll face Hornet. We will face her again later in the game. And here we can inspect this. Now we get the Mothwing Cloak. We can press R2 to dash forwards. Use the cloak to dash quickly along the ground or through the air. So now we got the ability to dash. And now with this we can now tie up a few loose ends in the next episode. I almost went flawless against Hornet. But I got careless, but we got the successful victory. But it's still just by far
sensational.
That was I definitely made an excellent work of that fight because
it's free real estate.
And you know what time it is? Time for some cornbread. Ain't nothing wrong with cornbread.
Cornbread! Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And it's guitar time. Let's go. That's how Starman plays guitar. Alright. Now that we got the Mothwing Cloak. It was taking a while, but now the door opens. However... Would it be seek to break the seals? They cannot be undone. They must be undone. Let us sleep, little shadow. Return to your darkness. Allow us our peace. That was weird. So anyways, guys. Oh, and now let's showcase the dash like this. We can get across the gaps like this. Like that. Get that geo. Boom. We can head this way, but I'm just about out of time, so I'm gonna head back to the bench and rest, and we will pick, and then, or maybe that's just my way out. Yeah, that's probably my way out, so we're gonna go this way. And right down over here. And here we made it to the Lake of Un. And there is a Moss Knight over there at the end, overlooking the lake. Oh my gosh, I did not mean to go inside. But there's the bench. Alright, the Moss Knight can wait. He's not going anywhere. We'll pick up where we left off in the next episode. Oh, hello there. Seems we both tread from far from the path. I can hardly believe those dusty old highways led to such lush and lively place. This building suggests some form of worship, though its idol has clearly been long forgotten. Doubles equally well for a moment's respite. I saw a strange fellow out there. He seemed quite taken by the lake. I planned to offer greetings, though I figured I'd first tend to my nail on chance our meeting goes poorly. Your nail looks a fine instrument, but it's showing signs of wear. I'd wager up there it would take you far. Down here, however, I suspect you'll soon meet dangers the surface world can't match. Hollow Nest is perfect for vigilant explorers like us, so tense and thrilling. In this place, you're either alert or you're dead. Hollow Nest is perfect for vigilant... Alright, so this is Quirrell. We would have met him earlier at the Temple of Black Egg, but that was because I forgot to do that before we fought the False Knight. Now we can finally... Now we will tie up some loose ends in the next episode, because this episode is now finished. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate it. It really does help the channel out. And don't forget to subscribe and click that bell notification if you'd like to get notified on all my latest videos here on the channel. I do stream over on the Twitch channel. If you'd like to hang out with me while I play some games, you are more than welcome to hang out with me. I'll make sure you feel right at home. If you'd like to see some fun moments from the streams or other fun moments I experience during my videos, I upload the funny moments to my TikTok. You can follow me on TikTok at Starman715 Gaming. I follow all gamers back. Thank you all so much for all the love and the support you have given me. It really does mean a lot. You guys are so amazing. I just can't thank you guys enough. So that's going to be it for this episode of Revisiting Hollow Knight, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Rise up, be blessed, smile. Goodbye.